Hello you beautiful peeps, my name's John, welcome to my channel. Today we have the WL Toys 144001 and the WL Toys 144016. This one is a much newer, much better version than this here. But some of you may know that I was doing suspension arm swaps and things like that, swapping the swing arms over to this car and then these swing arms over to this car and whatnot. And it all worked very well indeed. But I recently went to make a video with this car with the intention of testing out the Gens Ace batteries that I'd kindly received from them. Tattoo. I really have to ask them why that's Tattoo and not Gens Ace. But unfortunately, when I turned this car on, haven't driven it since I was doing all of the work on it, it was not driving forward properly. And I'm like, but why? I took all of the bits from this car to that car and then returned them and it's not working. Couldn't figure it out. In fact, I still haven't figured it out. I'm hoping I can now. Something to be said that the older WL Toys, excuse me, the older WL Toys suffered from the WL Toys wheel wobble, which is you couldn't tighten them up enough because if you did, they wouldn't turn, so you had to loose them off a bit and then they wobbled like this. Where the newer WL Toys don't suffer from that very much at all. In fact, you can tighten the wheel nuts all the way up and it still runs. Let me show you what the problem is, okay? 184016. See, not running freely at all, and I mean, you can hear. So what I think I've done is the swing arms, I've obviously returned to position, but I think actually the wheel hubs here and at the rear, I've left on that car. And the reason I say that is I have tightened these up a lot. And when I tighten these up a lot, the car doesn't work. We all know that if you've got a WL Toys older version. So it's the only thing that I can think that is the issue. Even the wheel hexes I swapped back and that hasn't solved it. So I'm gonna look while I'm doing it. Once I'm taking this off, I'm gonna actually have a look at the wheel hubs and see what's wrong. Is it different bearings? Is it, I don't know. I'll be honest with you. I wanted to take it apart off camera, so I had some idea of what was going on, so I didn't look like a complete numpty on camera. But I've always wanted to do things properly and not to lie to you guys or not to deceive you, which is why I'm going to do it on camera right now. Now, what I am going to do is just fast forward me taking all of the bits off and putting it onto the other car. Very simple reason for that is I've got 2-3 videos of me doing that already, so you can just go back and see how to do that, okay? So that was 184016 much wider, 144001 much thinner. So I have to take one of these off. Look at the camber on that. Take one of the wheel hubs off here, take one of the wheel hubs off here, and then we'll have a good look at them. Let's get on. So, right off the bat, everything looks absolutely fine. This is obviously for the 184016 because it's got the shorter drive shaft on it. So I'm just taking out the pin on both of them and we'll take the drive shaft out like so. Because you know I'm gonna like drop them and mix them both up, aren't you? So, okay, right off the bat, check that out. You see how this bearing is further out than that one. See how I'm actually hitting that. Oh, come on. So that's how close that sits. And then you see the gap there on that one. Really far down actually. And on the other one, it looks the same. Let me just grab a couple of these out. Right, now we'll get our answer. Pushed all the way in, 0. So 1.6. 1.6. Oops, a daisy. 1.6 and 1.6. Right, so they're identical. What a waste of time that was. So I'm just wondering if the actual, if it's sitting slightly further up, and by the looks of it, that's what's happening. Let me explain it this way. The actual seat here for where the bearing sits looks further up, so therefore the bearing would be sitting out of its mould. How the heckers am I going to measure that? Because I can't go that way, can I? Well, we know. I don't have to measure it, do I? Because we know it sits above. This one sits lower down. This one sits higher up. So that must be, it's not the bearings, is it? It's obviously just the seat itself. So I'm putting each to each side. So that's the 144001, and that's definitely the 184016. So let's do rear. I'll just keep them still to one side. Things like wheel nuts and, as says, hexes make no difference. Just going to put the wheel hex there, and we will have a quick look, just to make sure. You can see that one's just worn down, that part there. But the fact that this one was worn down, put on the 144, and it's still turning better, definitely indicates that the bearing's slightly further out. So, pin out. Why is this pin not coming out? Yeah. Okay, fall out then. They're the same. Yep, same thing. So it's definitely the bearing there. You can see that this one is sitting further in than that one is. So the bearing size is the same. Blimey, that one's almost sitting out. Check that out. Versus that one that you can see, clearly see is recess in. So I will put that there again and that there again so that I know that they need to be swapped that way. I'm not worried about the bearings because the bearings are the same. Who knew? So, if you want to stop the wheel wobble on your WL toys, get the ones for the 184016 because it seems to obviously solve the issue. Perfect. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is quickly swap these around. Donk, donk. And then I'll put that back on that car and see if we can get it running. So, I'll just skip through it all. Welcome back, ladies and gents. Sorry for having to skip through all of that, but it's actually taken me an hour to do this, so I didn't really think that you'd want to watch me do the whole thing. The reason being that, of course, I'd forgotten that not only did I have to do the front and the rear on one side, I had to do it on the other, but of course, all of the of ball joints are different sizes, so I had to change those as well. And because the bigger ball joints came out of the smaller holes, it made the holes bigger, so I had to use nuts on the back of the smaller ball joints and that as well. However, it was worth it because we now have movement and the normal wheel wobble is gone. That's just from the ball joint there, if you look. That's from that ball joint. So, oh no. I know that it's obviously a lot smaller, smoother because I can feel that there. You can just feel it's not binding up like what it was. So not as smooth as what I'd like it to be though. I don't know if when I took it apart I've not put the pinion and spur back together, but you know, I can feel that these are a lot smoother, which is very good indeed. So it turns out that they fixed the wheel wobble with a slightly modified wheel hub, which is fantastic. I'm very tempted to buy some extra ones and put them onto the likes of, I mean, even the Eachine EAT 1.4. The 144010, 124017, 124016, 124001. Oh, the list is endless just because it's so much better. And that wheel wobble I was fixing with just washers, which wasn't great at all, was it? Let's be honest. So there you go, ladies and gents. Thank you so much for watching. I'm glad we found out what the issue was. That was really beginning to bug me. So now I can get on with the speed run with the batteries. Can't wait to see. This one is obviously a 3S, not a 2S, but it fits nicely in. So I can't wait to test that as well. See what speed we can get out of it without hitting a shipping container. Fingers crossed. So have a great day. Stay safe. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Bye-bye.